Hello, fellow explorers. What's coming to you in this upcoming week? We have a really huge week coming up. We've just finished with the new moon in Capricorn. We've just finished with this solar eclipse and with the end of December holidays. So what we've got coming up now is this new year, this new ability to bring in those energies that have been culminating throughout 2019, letting go of those things that we've learned, we've no longer needed, and bringing in all of the blessings that 2020 has to offer. 2020, clear vision, how we're going to make it happen in the next week that we're coming up into. So let's go ahead and jump into this pick a card weekly tarot reading, and we'll find out. Hello, and welcome to the Mystic Lemur. My name is Rita, and it is my honor to be your guide through the messages in this weekly tarot pick-a-card energy cast reading. So we have a big week ahead of us. We've just finished the solar eclipse, the new moon, the end of December holidays, and we're stepping into this new year, this transition from 2019 to 2020. And this year promises to be quite a big new invitation to stepping up into the next level of who we are because of the energies that we have around this particular solar eclipse, which can be at times quite disruptive, but with the alignment of the planets as they are in our current part of the zodiac cycle that we're in Capricorn, they are promising to bring forth a disruption to bring in blessing rather than necessarily the previous eclipses that we have experienced, which were more about forcibly in times removing things that weren't serving us anymore. And again, all of these are arranging themselves to help us to step into our evolution and really begin to step up to what our inner being is calling us to be and what our ultimate life purpose is guiding us to experience in this life. So I do have a couple of other pick-a-card energy cast readings that you might also find helpful to orient to where you are going with this new week. We have a pick a card about the blessings of Capricorn. Also have one about the new moon cycle that we're coming into with this next month and what it might offer to you, and also what are you manifesting. So what's coming up to you? How are you being present in the things that are emerging in your life? All of these might be additional messages that can help you zero in on what's happening with you in this big week ahead. So let's go ahead now and jump into, first we'll do the collective conscious reading, and then we'll follow that up with a couple of pick-a-pile card selections. So here we go with the collective consciousness reading. What's going on in the collective conscious for this upcoming week. What's going to be coming in for the beginning of the week, the energies that are supporting us. What are the challenges we might be up against that we can anticipate and navigate through with grace? And what are some of the energies that are supporting us into the middle of the week and into the end of the week? So first, let's look at the beginning of the week. What's going on for us at the beginning of the week? We have the Emperor, the High Empress, right? So this beginning of the week, we're still at that tail end of this new moon that's coinciding with this solar eclipse. So could be that we are really bringing in this this energy of transmuting this difference between yin and yang, this sort of bringing together all pieces of ourselves and tapping into this inner power, this sort of power of the subconscious, letting our imaginations really drive our view of what our life can and should be. And again, bringing in that moon, that lunar energy. What else is coming to us in the beginning of the week? We have, jumping out at us, Four of Chalices. So the Four of Chalices, this is a very stable emotional place. So this is the most stability we have in the chalices or the cups suit. Four is the is the number of a firm foundation. So we're setting up ourselves to be really emotionally fulfilled and really emotionally stable as we're exiting 2019 at the beginning of this upcoming week. And here in this imagery, we have this lady who's having a break under this tree. She looks quite tired. So 2019 was a trip for many of us. We might be feeling quite fatigued at this point. And there's this gift of another emotional cup, filling our cup through our tapping into the spirit that's around us. The energies that surrounds us are inviting us to take this new, refreshing rejuvenation to step forward, as long as we open our eyes and actually reach out and take it. So what's coming to us at the middle of the week? What are the energies that support us that are coming into this middle of the week? That's when we can expect the Empress to pop forward. So the Empress is, again, another card that is all about the finer things in life, the abundance of our existing physical reality. This is the card that's ruled by Venus. So we've got a lot of that divine feminine. So here we've got this more unobserved, the sort of the deep waters, the depth of our subconscious, and also the depth of this this deep ocean of creation that is potential to us. This is more an indication that our creations are coming into more of our forefront. So whatever we're thinking about keeping in the background, that's giving us this ability to bring in some emotional stability and some rejuvenation in our, especially in our emotional body in the beginning of the week, is coming more into the forefront and really bring us into realization of our fruitfulness, into stepping into 2020 in a full expression of our ability to be physically present and active and, again, fruitful, abundant in this world. What else is coming into us for the beginning of this week? We have Four of Wands. Again, more stability. Now our energy is being stable. Wow, look at this progression here. Okay, we've got 2 and 4, so stability in emotion. And now we have 3 and 4. So we're bringing in stability into our energetic body as well. So this is another card that speaks a lot of celebration. Another meaning that this card has, especially in the Rider-Waite deck, is bringing together a family. So it could be an indication of a wedding or some kind of union. And in this particular card, there's this sense of this lady here who's in the center, who's shedding off this outer layer that she no longer needs, so that she can dive into this water of this pool that has these unopened lotuses. So coming into this, stepping into your ability to realize enlightenment, stepping into your ability to realize that you can have this firm foundation, not only in rejuvenating your emotions, but also stepping into this stability in how you're using your energy. So huge amounts of blessings. There are the energies, particularly of this solar eclipse, with as many houses are in Capricorn at the moment, as many planets are in Capricorn, and the transits that are happening with this particular solar eclipse. Solar eclipses can often be quite disruptive, but with the way that the energies are lining up, this disruption is bringing in blessing. And I'm getting a ring, so that's something that someone needs to hear. So we're bringing in these blessings that are coming through, both in your tapping into this deep waters of your emotional being and realizing your energetic productivity, your energetic ability to be abundant and stable in both of those domains. So what's coming in for us at the end of the week? At the end of the week, we have the Fool. You're jumping into something new, a big leap of faith. And we got this energy of this bright blue in the background, so also a way that's doing so that's true to you. So this will be unique to whoever is receiving this particular message, and you will know exactly what you need to do, because you've got this tapping into your subconscious, tapping into your emotional body, tapping into your energetic body. You're really set up very well to bring in the best that you can have in your 2020. And what is also coming in for us at the end of the week, we have strength. You're stepping into your inner strength. Yeah, this is a huge, huge week, guys. So do make the most of it as you can. Really get yourself in that space where you can stabilize your emotions, stabilize your energy, speak in with your truth, sit in with your truth, and be faithful. In the sense of, be faithful to what you've already said that you would do, but be faithful mostly to yourself. Trust this this inner power is there for you to guide you. You can trust yourself, to have faith in the universe guiding you to take this inspired leap of faith, because your strength is there, your stability is there, you're stable, you're strong, you got this. And then this is also a card that is ruled by this divine feminine energy of not taking crap, right? Like, this is a card that reminds of the Hindu goddess Durga, who's all about that sort of like that almost scary element of Mother Nature. And so that part of this stuff that isn't serving us is getting kicked to the curb. Like, we're not suffering no more evil. This is done. We're done with that. We're stepping forward into our best selves today at this moment. This is the week that we're making it begin. This is the week that we're beginning on this new journey, and we're taking this leap. Amazing. I'm getting chilled, guys. I'm so excited for what's going to come with this collective consciousness reading. This is big stuff, and it's all yours to step into as and when you're ready. This will be apparent to you. You will know what is right for you as you tap into that emotional truth, as you tap into that energetic truth. Do what's right for you, and this is all here for you. Okay, guys, very exciting. All right, so let's go ahead and leave this collective consciousness reading, and we'll jump into the more targeted messages of the pile sort, the pick a card piles. Whew, very exciting. All right. We are into the pick a pile. So I got really excited with the collective conscious reading. You might want to go ahead and check back in that if you haven't looked at it yet, because it is a big week a coming. All right, so we have our pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. That's our pile number 1, our pile number 2, and our pile number 3. So let's go ahead and help ourselves to situate ourselves in to being best oriented to taking in the messages that our piles are offering to us by coming into a comfortable seated position. So we'll start first sitting onto either a chair or onto the floor, anywhere where we can begin to get that sense of grounding in, settling in, especially after we've maybe gone through that really exciting collective conscious reading, settling it back down, settling it back in. Feeling that sense of rooting down into the earth, imagining roots growing deep into Mother Earth beneath you, supporting you, holding you steady, grounding you firm into this moment, this present moment in time. The only thing that really exists is right now, and you are perfectly positioned in your right now. Having that sense of that grounding Mother Earth nurturing energy shooting up through your spine as you stack your spine vertebrae on top of vertebrae, shooting the energy out of the crown of your head and feeling the energy emanating out from, growing out from your heart, shining out into the world. So we take our 3 cycles of mindful breath to orient into bringing forth the messages, the sounds, and the wisdom of our inner being. Take a big belly breath in and exhale. Big belly breath in and exhale. One more big belly breath in and exhale. Grounding down into this earth, settling into this moment and coming to zero in on the pile that may be speaking to you. Maybe that you're finding a pull to more than one pile. That's completely fine. And if you feel you need more minutes, more of this present moment to really hone in on the message that is calling to you in these piles, I invite you to pause the video right now. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and jump into pile number 1. All right, group number 1, welcome to your pick a pile for this upcoming week. What are the energies that are supporting you? We'll first look at what's going on in your profile of what are the energies that are around you at this time, and then we'll have a look at what you can look forward to doing or bringing more into your life, orienting your spirit and your mind and your emotions and your body towards, so that you can bring forth the best possible outcome for your higher self and your ultimate purpose with this upcoming week. So first we have, you are in a space of being in the Four of Pentacles. So here this card is speaking to me to say that you're considering speaking something, you're considering sending some kind of message, or you might be expecting to receive a message and you're just sort of waiting on, you might be waiting on that next bit of information to come to you so you can step up into what's being offered to you. What are the sort of challenges or lessons that you have? Limiting beliefs is what I'm seeing here. So this could be also an indication that you're doing some imagining. So this could be an indication of when we do, especially our new moon manifestations, one of the best tools that we can use to really help orient our whole mind towards what it is that we want to bring into our lives. What is a really powerful practice is scripting, basically. So what you're doing is you're writing out, as if you are literally the author of your own life, what is the ideal situation for you with your upcoming, what you want to bring into your life, your upcoming manifestations. So one way of doing this is writing about your ideal day. What would if money and time was no option, what would you be doing with your day? Where would you be? Who would you be spending your time with? How would you be spending your time? And really focusing in on the feelings of that. Why does that make you feel like it's an ideal day? Why does it make you feel content? Why does it make you feel at ease? And really bringing in, manufacturing those feelings of ease and happiness and abundance that you want to bring into your life, feeling it now so that you can resonate it and you can bring those things into your life that bring those, not only those pre-manifestation visions, but also those post-manifestation observations of, I have brought this into my life and it suits my soul, it soothes my soul, it feeds my soul. So what you might be facing right now, the challenge that's operating in your life in this week, is that you still got some mental blockages here. You're a bit defensive mentally about, so there could be that you are desiring something, but you don't really believe that you're valid or worthy of it yet. And the invitation that could be pinging up for you with this reading is that, yes, you are. You are worthy of it because it brings your soul joy. And it could be that this joy in your soul is not the same joy in your soul that you felt before, because we're evolving beings, and that could be something that you're still working through, that inner transition to let go of those walls that you've put up that are preventing you from letting those things come in. So this could be fear, this could be doubt. These things are here to serve you. They're not things that you need to necessarily fight, but they are things that you need to invite to release, because they're here to protect you. This woman is being protected, but from this space of feeling like a vulnerability that she's not ready to express. So it could be also you're pushing yourself to be more vulnerable than you're ready for. You might be trying to push further and faster than it's quite ready. And that's bringing you into these blockages. But if you allow that fear to be there, if you allow that doubt to be there and be serving you, say, thank you for keeping me safe, but I wish to be big now. You're keeping me safe, but you're keeping me small. I wish to be my biggest expression of myself. And so I invite you to step back and allow this process to unfold. And you can get these things that might feel like inner demons to be working for you rather than against you. What are the energies in background that support you? We have Temperance in reverse. All right, so Temperance upright is a card that speaks of medicine, basically. So this angel here, she's coming into the journey at a point where we've been really kind of dragged out, been through the ringer, and she's concocting this antidote in these chalices and these cups here. So bringing forth this emotional healing through the connection to the unseen that is in this emotional body. And it's also a card that's ruled by Sagittarius. So also to deal with the expansion that Sagittarius season and Sagittarius energies include. So being very curious, being being open to new possibilities and taking those leaps of faith in a really positive and optimistic way. So being in reverse, that could mean that, again, if we're working with this energy of these limiting beliefs, it could be that we're being invited to take more of an internal optimistic stance. Or it could be that we're looking to the outside for our relief more than we need to. And this background energy that's supporting you is that you're your own inner medicine. You've got the medicine that you need already within you. You don't need to reach out for someone else. And with that, always take what resonates. If your inner being is telling you to reach out in a way that is compassionate, so like you're looking to reach out to those people who are in your support network for support, that's absolutely a great indication. But this could also be another sign that there's still this transformation that's trying to happen that you're blocking a bit, and that you may be blocking it with some coping mechanisms that aren't serving you anymore. You're not looking to your inner being for that coping. You're looking to something else that's not serving you. It could be a number of things. It could be substances, but it could also be habits. So like habits of doubt. Those habits of negative self-talk could be really holding you back. And this is the invitation, the energy that's supporting you is coming into your inner being, trusting your inner being to speak to you in a way that is compassionate. If you are getting voices, if you're getting voices in your head, there's a lot of stigma about that, and it's not necessarily what we think it is. So if those thoughts that are speaking to you with your own voice or with other voices that are coming forth to you with negativity, those are not your inner being. So you can say, thank you so much for offering me these messages, because you are trying to keep me safe. You are trying to keep me in a space where I have been, but I'm looking to evolve. And so I invite you to step back. And when those voices or those messages, those things that you hear speaking to you come forth in love and support, and if they're in the present moment, those are very much more likely to be your inner being speaking to you. And those are the ones that you really want to tap into, tune into, and amplify. What's the outcome that we have for you in these current energies? We have 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So 10 of Pentacles is the fulfillment, the actual embodiment, the full completion of the manifestation cycle of physical abundance. I also see a lot of ancestor energy in this card. So this is a card that I often interpret as the gifts of the ancestors. So these things that have been handed down to you physically in your life. So coming into reverse, this might also indicate that you've got some ancestors in your spirit team who are trying to step forward to you. This could also mean that you've got some limiting beliefs that you have inherited that you are being invited to shed. All right, so again, different messages for different folks. Take what resonates, and always, again, listen to that calm, compassionate, and present in the moment voice of your inner being. They are always your best guide. So what is the advice that we can share with you, group number 1, for how to best meet these energies that are present to you in the coming week? We have 3 of Pentacles and upright. So this is a card that speaks of where you are right now. You're looking for that message, but the message here I see is, well, is blue, listening to your inner truth, speaking your truth, and doing so in a way that is tapping into your creativity. So if you're waiting for that message, if you're waiting for that sign, you're creating that sign for yourself. So again, tapping into that truth, that creation. Another meaning that comes with this card, this is a card of expansion and a card of bringing things from the subconscious into the conscious. You can also take this as an invitation to take your counsel from your support network. So it could be an embodied 3D human support network. It could be if you've got pets that are really supportive of you, really spending time with your pets. Could also be your spirit team. Your spirit team is here to guide you. Listen. And again, those are the ones who are speaking to you with kindness in the present moment. Those are the ones that you are really best served by amplifying. And what are the other challenges that we've got in the context here? We have the Magician in reverse. All right, so the Magician, this is another card that speaks of being on the first step of a new cycle. So that's where we are poised with this week, is we're being on the first step of stepping from 2019 to 2020. And as it's being paired with this limiting beliefs or this mental blockage card coming up in reverse. This again could be saying that you are having some challenges with bringing together all these elements of your life. So the magician is the master manifester because he is able to be agentic and outward facing in bringing together all the pieces of reality to bring about what he chooses. And so it could be again that you're still in a space where you doubt your own willpower. It might be again with this yellow energy, you might be doubting your self-worth, and that is causing issues. That these are the challenges that you're sitting with in this week, group number 1. So what are some of the background energies that are supporting you? We have 6 of Pentacles. So this is another card that speaks of relief. You are being supported, and it's also a card that says a lot about generosity. So if you're feeling like this year has been quite harsh, the things that have been taken away from you were things that were no longer needed. Those were things that weren't serving you. Those are things that you needed to shed, you needed to purge to be able to have space in your life for the abundance that's being offered to you. And so the energies that support you right now, you're getting those things back. They might be in ways that feel small at the moment. They might be in ways that feel like they aren't what you expected, but they're there for you and they're exactly what you need. So you are definitely being invited to, again, sit in that space of gratitude and of acceptance and of appreciation. Very much gratitude and appreciation, santosha, contentment for what you have right now. Because there is so much that's coming to you. You may feel like you're this street angel today, but you're setting yourself up to be this magnanimous, this prolific man who has this ability to see, I was once there, so I'm going to share my gifts with this person so that they can also step up. Or you might also be in that space where you are recognizing that you have leveled up and it's time for you to share. So you're sharing your ability to share is also a thing that can help you step into releasing these doubts that you might have and noticing that you are your own emissary. You are the own messenger that you're looking for. And the outcomes for you, group number 1, we have the stars, hope. Beautiful. So lovely, group number 1. I'm so excited for you. Okay, this is a group that's, this is a, calm down. So much good energy, so many good vibes. All right, so this is a card that is ruled by Aquarius. Aquarius is all about revolution. As I like to say, I don't want a revolution, I want a paradigm shift. So this year for you guys, group number 1, this can be your paradigm shift year. This absolutely can. You have every bit of permission and support from the universe, from your spirit team, from your inner being, from the outer world around you, if you can take your mind to seeing it, to be that paradigm shift for yourself. So this star is all about seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. 2019 again might have been quite a trip for you, but it's ultimately here for you. It's happening for you, not to you. It's happening for your greater good. It's happening for your evolution of your inner being. And at some level, if this is something that you might resonate with as a belief, this has all been preordained in some way. Like this is all fitting together in its proper way for a reason, and that reason might not be apparent to you yet, but that light at the end of the tunnel is emerging to you if you just take your mind and your spirit and your heart towards seeing it. Amazing. So excited for your group number 1. Okay, so the background energies supporting all of this, we have 7 of Chalices. Okay, so this is a card that speaks of illusion. So the issue in the background here could be that you're still sitting in the space of illusion if you're dealing with limiting beliefs. This is also a card that speaks a lot of the different phases of personal alchemy. So you might be in a space right now, group number 1, where you're going through an ego death. That might be the stuff that's been flowing away from you this year and you feel like you need it, but you don't. Ego, again, is in this energy of being a protector to you. It keeps you in where you've been. It keeps you in what's known. It keeps you in what is known to be safe. And safe, again, keeps you safe, but it also keeps you small. So you might be going through this phase, this cycle right now of purging that ego that isn't serving you. This ego that might have been controlling you is now shifting into being the servant rather than the master. Amazing. All right, group number 1, what can we offer you as words of wisdom from the plants? We have Heliconia, realization. The answer is here. You're waiting for it. It's here. Just listen in. Just listen. Take heed. Observe what you have. Okay. We have gardenia, awareness. Yep. Jeez Louise, guys. So much synchronicity in these cards. Awareness. Wake up. Roll the clouds away and have a look. Look at what you have right now. You might not think that it's what you want, but it is what is serving you, because what you want is coming. And the quicker that you can sit into the knowing of that and be appreciative of what you have right now, with that excitement for what you know is still coming, is still yet to be, bang on. That's when the magic really flows. And finally, we have pitcher plant insight. Wow, yes. Here's your sign, group number 1. If you've been waiting for it, here it is. The answers are there for those who look. Step into your third eye. So don't look linearly, look laterally. Again, there's some purple energy emerging here that is pulling out with this insight. This might be an indication that you should be meditating. Don't face so much what you can empirically observe in your sort of post-manifestational, this is already what's present in my life. Step into your vision. Maybe, as I said in the opening in the collective reading, envisioning your ideal day. Doing exercises like that and doing them regularly. Every day, spend 5 minutes really just focusing in on those feelings that you want to emerge in your life, producing them from scratch, because the more that you can sit in them despite what's going on around you, the more you resonate that, and the more that pulls it back into you more and more and more. In our words of healing wisdom for you, pile number 1, group number 1, we have this beautiful blue water, this deep ocean. So yeah, getting more of that Empress energy from the beginning of the reading, the collective consciousness reading, and also this deep well of emotion. Beautiful. We have develop flexibility and aim to be in harmony in all environments. Right, so if we've been sitting in a space of being really set in our ways, being set in the way that we have expected things, your way through is to, instead of trying to force that barrier down, bend around it, wrap around it, pivot around it, be flexible. Look at what you have in front of you and flip it in some way. So that, again, with the water here, water rules the Hanged Man card in the major arcana, and the Hanged Man is all about flipping your perspective. So it could be that this flexibility is what you perceive or how you interpret the stories that you tell about the life that you are living, and aim to be in harmony. Look for that harmonious space. Look for that space of feeling at ease, feeling calm in any environment, regardless of what is happening around you. If other people are inviting you to play into the drama, to play into the crap storm that's happening around you, thank you very much for that invitation, but that's not for me. That's not the invitation that I'm accepting. I'm accepting the invitation of my inner being, which knows that harmony is the resonance that is right for me, and harmony is where I am stepping into. And again, as soon as you can get into that mindset, it's all just going to flow. Amazing. I'm so pumped for you, group number 1. All right, so please let me know in the comments down below how this sat with you. Huge reading, guys. I'm so excited. I'd really love to hear more about how this is going for you, what is resonating for you. If this is really, again, hitting your resonance, if you're really feeling pumped by this reading, maybe give this video a like, and you might also like to give us a subscribe so you can keep up to date with the evolution of this channel as we continue to sit in this space of giving you these messages to help you step into your inner being and step into your full potential. Thank you so much, group number 1. Moving on to group number 2. Okay, group number 2. Big week ahead. What's in store for you this week, group number 2? First, let's look at what the energies around you are, and then we'll have a look at what you can do to best bring about your best outcomes for this week. We have, where are you sitting right now? Group number 2, we have the Hermit, right? So you might be spending quite a lot of time with your inner being, The Hermit is a card that is ruled by Virgo. So Virgo is all about focusing in on what's working and being very practical and practical applied knowledge. So turning towards this inner being, maybe in a place where you're feeling like you want to cocoon a bit. Could be that the holiday season really kind of took it out of you and you want to come back to your inner self, which is a great idea most of the time. Hone back in on your inner self. Take all of those pieces that got really sort of scattered about by the energies of the holiday season and come back into coherence by coming back into your inner being, and let that shining light of your inner being guide you forward. All right, group number 2, what are the challenges that are in your context right now? You have Justice. Right. So Justice is a card that is ruled by Libra. It's all about balance, harmony, balancing out the energies. So again, if you were unbalanced in your week through the holiday season, now's a time that you are challenged with coming back into balance. And this also is a card that speaks of karmic balance. So it could be that you're dealing with some karmic issues that, maybe you had a conversation with someone at a holiday celebration that you didn't love, and that you're wondering, like, what does this tell me about who I am? Or it could be that there's some past self thing that's coming forth as you're honing in on your inner being, and you might be having some doubts that you had when you were a teenager that's suddenly like, why the heck am I having these thoughts? They're coming up for a reason. They're coming up for the ability to have them be purged. This is a time to leave behind those things that aren't serving you. So it could be that there's some karmic profile element of what's going on for you that's inspiring you to come into this turn towards the inner and turn towards your inner being. So what are these energies supporting you? Group number 2, we have 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is all about authentic friendships. So those family, friend gatherings that may have happened for you over the holidays, maybe they were not in physical reality, like you may live far away from your loved ones, and so it could be that you had a Skype Christmas instead of a Skype holiday, instead of living right with them at that time. But they're still there. Your support network is still there, and really honing in on those authentic relationships. So again, if this was bringing up something for you, group number 2, as happening with a conversation that you had at a family gathering, maybe you were sharing your beliefs with people who weren't quite ready to believe what you believe, and that was making you feel like you weren't being accepted for your authentic self. And the truth is that the people who can accept you for your authentic self are around you, and you just need to tap into that support. So if you're in a space where you're really taking that inward turn and it's not feeling like it's nourishing your soul, reach out. Your support network is here. And finally, what's the outcome for you with this week and this current energy profile? Group number 2, we have Strength. This came up in the collective reading. Especially coming into the end of the week, that's when you might be stepping into this inner turn, this release of this karma. As you're stepping into 2020, you're stepping into your strength, and your strength is supported by your authentic friend, family support network, both in the 3D and in the spirit. So what are our advice that we can share for you, group number 2, about how to best bring about your best outcome for this upcoming week? We have Pentacles, Knave of Pentacles in reverse. So the Knave of Pentacles, this is very earthy energy, grounding earthy energy, and it's speaking about coming into a new direction. And I see he's looking towards the present, but he's facing towards the future. So this is a new orientation to your physical experience, often financial, but also could be the actual people in your life, or the physical structures like the home that you're in your life, something about the physical reality that you're living in. But as it's in reverse, this could be an indication that you are either blocking this new change, or it's happening through this connection with your inner being. So this inner being is calling to you to hone back in, to orient back in, because it's helping you to be grounded, to be earthy in the way that you're doing. You might have been spending a lot of time in your head. You might have been spending a lot of time really just sort of like discharging your energy. And so this is a time that's saying to you your best effort or your best action in this point is to ground yourself, coming into that inner being and doing those grounding meditations. So like imagining those roots growing deep into the earth, pulling that supportive energy of Mother Earth up into your being and shooting that out through the crown of your head. So really integrating your head with your heart, with your feet. All bits of your being are in balance and harmony. And what are the other sort of challenges around you? We have the Devil in reverse. Awesome. Okay, so the Devil is the card that many people really don't like to see in their readings. And this is also a card that is very prominent in this time in history when this reading is being offered, because it's also the card that's ruled by Capricorn. And it's not to say that Capricorn energy is evil. It is to say that Capricorn energy is about restriction. It is about being mature. It is about being focused on your legacy. And it could be that those focuses that Capricorn energy brings that include this interest in status, interest in the physical realm, also can produce limitations. So coming up in reverse, this is associated with your karma card here, your balance card here, that you are in a space where you're challenged to release those things that aren't serving you anymore, and they are absolving some negative karma that may have emerged with, if you've had a previous situation where you were indulging things that weren't serving you. You're in a space where you're being challenged to let those go. Let go of those restrictions. Let go of those things that are holding you back and keeping you small. Been a big theme of this reading. Let go of the things that are keeping you small. Step into your power. Step into your inner being. Oh, amazing. Okay, so what are the unseen energies that are supporting you and getting to your best outcome for this week? Group number 2, we have Seven of Swords. Very interesting. So again, this is another one that can have a fairly controversial space in readings. This is a card that can speak of deception, but also of strategy. And as it's coming up in this energy, these unseen energies that are supporting you, is that thinking strategically, or the seven cards in the minor arcanas are speaking of your desires. So be strategic in the way that you tap into your desires. This is especially true if your desires have been oriented into a space that aren't serving you. Think strategically about those desires that are coming up for you. Is this really a desire that's serving my soul, serving my higher purpose? Or is this a desire that's keeping me stuck? It's keeping me small. It's keeping me in where I have been and preventing me from expanding to where I want to be. And finally, the outcomes for you, amazing, amazing, amazing. So much energies in this reading this week, guys. I'm so excited for you. Okay, so we have the Sun. Your outcomes here, if you can release these things that are really severely binding you, letting go of that karma, coming into your support network, coming into your inner being and your power, the Sun is there for you. So this orb of bright glowing white light speaks also to me of source. So you are ordained to be in this space, and you are ordained to bring together these disparate parts of yourself. This particular Sun card always looks to me like Gemini, so bringing your mind in. Also, if this is some kind of twin souls path that you might be on, bringing in your twin soul in this cycle. Yeah, huge amounts of just like positive energy. You are stepping into the light, into this, stepping into 2020. So amazing. All right, so the background energies supporting all of this for group number 2, we have 8 of Chalices. Yep, walking away from that which no longer serves you. You are absolutely supported in the background in taking this space to evaluate where you've been, letting that karmic cycle release, and just letting go of those things that aren't working for you anymore, group number 2. So we have the Wisdom of the Flowers for you to share with you, group number 2. We have Strength. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Yes. Stepping into your strength. More effort will get you where you want. So if you've been in this space where you've become into your sort of cocooning phase, in a way that is also manifesting as not taking as much care of yourself. This to me is a card that speaks of the yoga philosophy, the niyama, so the inner observance of discipline, of tapas. Self-discipline is self-love. So if you haven't been doing those routines, Virgo energy here, if you haven't been doing those routines of self-care, do them. They're going to support you. A little more effort, a little more self-discipline. Get to your yoga classes if you do yoga. Do your meditations. Do your visualizations. Go take a walk. Make sure that you're bathing regularly. Make sure that you're drinking water and eating healthy food. Those are the things that will help you to step into your strength. Put forth that little bit of extra effort where it's really going to count. So again, honing in on those things that make you feel good, make you feel aligned, make you feel alive. Do those things. Step back into yourself, especially if you're feeling a little bit out in the wilderness. You're supported. You're coming into the light. You might be feeling like you're in a long, dark night right now. You're stepping out. You're stepping out, guys. Whew. Getting chills. So excited for you guys. The energies are just amazing. Okay, more messages from the flowers for you, group number 2. Forget-me-not, remembrance, memories, and the past hold the key, right? So that could again be tapping into this karmic energy that's around you right now. So looking to the past of those habits that haven't been serving you and really evaluating them. Being strategic, only holding on to those things that are serving you. And the way that you can look to that is by stepping into the stories that you've had about yourself, the memory that you have had about the way that you've been interacting with other people, about the way that you've been interacting with yourself, and being really honest about that. But honest in a way that's also loving. Because again, the inner being that you want to listen to is the inner being who speaks to you with love. Because that's the one that's really tapped into your higher purpose. And what other messages from the flowers? We have the sun. Sunflower assertiveness. Oh man, so great for you guys. Group number two. I'm so excited. Rise up and be stronger. Rise up, stand up, step out of this cocoon that you've been in. It's time, and be assertive. So assertive is not aggressive. If someone is stepping on your boundaries, you are completely supported in letting go of those things that don't serve you and saying, no, that's not for me. Thank you very much, but no thank you. So finally, our words of healing wisdom, we have this beautiful imagery of the stars. So again, speaking of hope, light at the end of the tunnel, and also says to me about third eye. So it could be speaking of insight. We have devote yourself to discovering the highest truths. Yep, so looking for that insight. Looking for the deeper meaning behind those things that are emerging to you in your manifested reality right now. Honing into that inner being and bringing in some of that energy that we've had from our past Sagittarius season of expansion and looking for the bigger truths. Sagittarius season is all about bringing in that bigger truth. So we're in Capricorn season right now. So with this inverted Capricorn energy, almost the opposite of Capricorn is Sagittarius. So stepping back into those things that you remember that you learned through Sagittarius season, through this season of luck, the season of luck that you've had in your life, stepping back into that and looking for the truth that it tells you. All right, group number two, amazing, exciting energies. I'm so pumped for you guys. Please let me know in the comments down below how this reading resonated for you. I'd love to hear more about it. If this was hitting your vibe, you might like to give this video a like. And if we're really, really vibing here, you might like to give us a subscribe and maybe even hit that bell notification button to keep up to date with the evolution of this channel. Thank you so much, group number 2. I'm so excited for this week ahead for you. Let's go ahead and jump now into group number 3. All right, group number 3. Group number 3, what's going to be coming for you in this upcoming week? Group number 3, big week ahead. We have, first, we'll look at what are the energies that surround you at this point in time, and then we'll have a look at what you can do to step into your biggest and best outcomes, given this energy profile. For you, group number 3, we have 2 of Wands. So you're in a space where you are possibly looking to the past to really evaluate Yeah, this could be you're doing your year in review right now. You're looking back at 2019 and what it offered you. Whatever your focus is in that looking backward will be feeding into whatever plans. The Two of Wands is also a card that speaks about planning. So this is the first spark of, after the inspiration of energy has emerged, you're starting to bring that into a planning. So you could be doing your manifestational, your new moon in inspirational visioning, imagining of what your future life might be at this point in time. So what are the challenges that we have for you right now in group number 3? We have 5 of Swords. So this is a card that is a challenge. You're being deeply challenged in your mental space right now. This is a card that's speaking about your mind is fighting something, and it's fighting in a way that it's just a losing battle. So what you are possibly being challenged with right now is surrendering something, group number 3. You need to step into more surrender and trust the universe rather than try to fight through whatever it is that is emerging at you right now. Trust that it's here for your greater good. What are the unseen energies that support you, group number 3? We have 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So the 2 of Pentacles is, again, you got a couple of 2s here. So we're setting up some new manifestations into our life right now, group number 2. And the 2 of Pentacles is all about physical balance. So in reverse, what's supporting you right now is coming to an inner balance with your especially with your physicality. So if you, with all this yellow energy here, maybe you're having some gut issues. This could be an indication that you could look to your diet, group number 3. There's something maybe happening in the way that you are bringing energy into your body, in the way that you're expending this energy, that is not serving your body in its best capacity. So coming back to an inner balance with how your body is operating. And then finally, group number 3, what are the energies that support you in this outcome, or this outcome that you're looking at right now? We have Knave of Chalices. So another new direction, and this is in your emotional body. So he's another page who's getting ready to say to you that something new is on the horizon, and this is to do with your emotions. So it could be with your relationships, and with all this light blue energy, I also get a lot of speaking your truth. So you might be in a space where you're being invited to speak your truth into the relationships that you experience. And so he's looking into the present right now, but he's facing towards the future, right? So this is a new direction into your emotional well-being. So the outcomes that you might be looking into for the next week, or laying the seeds. These seeds are present. We got these new manifestations coming up, and they are beginning to germinate. And this is into your relationships domain, or your emotional domain. So coming to find more stability. We've got this calm pool of water in the background of your emotional body, and that could be supported by taking a look at how you're expending your energy in your diet, or what you're bringing into your body, what you're bringing into your physical space. And then this will help you to support you in coming to a more balanced emotional state. New direction in your emotional energy could be a new relationship. Amazing. So it wouldn't necessarily mean that you are starting your new relationship this week, but you are laying the foundations. You're beginning to put yourself in a space where you can let go of this fighting energy, and you can begin to come to this new phase, stepping into this new cycle. All right, group number 3, what can we offer you as advice for how to make the most of this upcoming week? We have 6 of Swords in reverse. So this is coming up under your planning here. So the 6 of Swords upright speaks of going from turbulence to calm. So this could be an indication, again, tying up to this, if you need to surrender something, you might be in a space where you're not wanting to surrender. You're not wanting to surrender the steering wheel to the universe, and this is causing you turbulence that's blocking your blessings. And then what are some other unseen challenges that are present for you that we can give you some insight onto, so that you can best meet them to get into your best outcomes, get oriented and aligned with your higher self, so that you can become more aligned with those things that are serving you. We have the Tower. All right, so you are being challenged. You might be facing a Tower moment, or it could be that all of 2019, as this is the culmination week of the 2019 cycle, was a Tower moment. Or there again were many things where you were feeling like things were being suddenly released, suddenly removed from you, and you're kind of in this space where you're trying to recover, take some new directions, come back to this inner balance. And this particular Tower card, so the foundation here looks quite stable, right? but it's this top part that's being struck and broken up. So this looks to me like the breakthrough, actually. This is a mental breakthrough that's happening for you. You're being challenged to surrender to this breakthrough of mental energy. Could be that when we're blocking our blessings, the universe will first give us a whisper, and then it'll tap us on the shoulder. And then it might, give us a little bit of a nudge on the shoulder. And then it might give us a bit of a shake. And at some point, it's just going to completely bowl us over. And group number 3, you might have been bowled over by 2019. So it's there to break open these mental energies that are not serving you, inviting you to surrender, trust the universe, trust the process. This will give you that breakthrough. That'll help you bring in this new direction. All right, group number 3, what else can we say for the unseen energies that are supporting you? We have the Knight of Swords. Yep, wow, we have lots of swords energy, lots of mind energy here. So the Knight of Swords, this is all about the element of air, all about the element of the mind, the ego. So the Knight of Swords looks to the past in this particular deck, and he should, when he is in his balanced state, be serving. So in this inverted position, it could be that you're being asked to take on this breakthrough by embracing some form of ego death. So letting that part of the mind that is controlling you and keeping you small release, surrendering. I'm getting a lot of surrender in this reading for you, group number 3. Letting go of those mind elements, those thoughts that are holding you back, letting that mental breakthrough emerge. If you're getting these cues from the universe that you're repressing, stop doing that. Let them come through. Trust it. It's taking you into a new direction. And the outcomes for you, group number 3, we have 9 of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so the 9 of Pentacles is a card that speaks about the collective conscious. The 9s in the minor arcana, the suits, are about the collective conscious energies of the domains that they are in. So this is the collective conscious of Earth right now. So as it's coming up at this inverted position and this reversed position, you are releasing from your observed reality. The collective conscious of Earth right now is not something that you need to be driven by. You can be guiding it into the new phase, in this new direction, into this new age, by living with your own consciousness and not by following what other people dictate to you. And taking this space of sitting rooted into your truth to grow into more of who you're meant to be. So this is also reminding me, as it's sitting right now, of the Tree of Life, which is sitting in this way. This card almost looks like a tree, right? But the roots of the tree would actually be like the roots of the hair, and the roots of the tree are sitting into spirit. So instead of rooting yourself into your physical observed reality, root yourself into your vision, your truth. All right, group number 3, what are the background energies supporting all of this? We have 7 of Wands. All right, so here's another card that has a lot of imagery of, here's this mental energy that's fighting your energetic body. And the fire in the tarot also speaks of spirit. So you might still be in a space where you're sitting with this, fighting the spirit of the season. And so what you're being asked to do with this 7 here, this is speaking of your desires here. The desire here is to let your spirit speak and let go again of this fighting, this turbulence in your mind. Let your mind go through this period of ego death, if that's what you're being called to. An ego death in the sense of letting go of those beliefs that keep you small, letting go of those parts of the mind that keep you a prisoner to your mind rather than letting it be a servant to you. All right, so the wisdom of the flowers we have to share with you, group number 3, we have endurance. Hold on, you can do this, right? So if you've got this fighting energy, you might be thinking that you should be giving up. So surrendering is not about giving up. Surrendering is about releasing. So you can do this thing that you're being called to do. If this is calling you into stepping up into your next level, you can do it. It might just mean that you need to hold the faith. And don't try so hard. Let Spirit do a little bit more of the work for you. We have confidence. Be what you want to see. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the taglines for the messages in this channel is what we invite you to do with these readings is to step into being the change that you want to see. So whatever it is that you are looking to emerge into your life, especially after this breakthrough, be the change that you want to see. Start with it being you. You start. Don't follow the collective conscious of Earth. Follow your own consciousness. Follow your own inner being. Be the leader. You can do it. And we have peace. Be calm and calm will come. Let go of that fighting energy. Surrender is also about coming into that, turning this turbulence into calm, letting go, releasing. And so it's very closely associated with parigraha, or non-grasping. So that's the sort of the outward observance that allows for surrender. So if you're gripping onto something, if you're really holding tight onto some existing reality that you really think is the only thing that can serve you, you're being offered with this tower to say, no, that's not for me anymore. So coming back into that space of calm could be another indication that meditation will help you to begin to tap into that vision and really let it emerge and lead you. So here's the words of wisdom we have for you, group number 3. A very white imagery in this card, so it's also possibly speaking to, like we said, being calm, surrendering, tapping into your crown chakra, tapping into your higher wisdom. Soften and open back into love all day long. Yeah, so if you've been fighting something, let it go, surrender, release. Doesn't necessarily mean quit. It means stop trying so hard. Stop pushing so hard. Let it come to you. Don't chase it. Let it chase you. And the way that you let it chase you is by cultivating those spaces of love and compassion and calm. Letting calm emerge, generating calm within yourself first so that you can bring it in. The universe says, oh, that's the thing that you need to have in your life. It's like a magnet. It attracts right to you. So generate it within yourself first and it will come. Stop chasing. All right, group number 3, powerful readings this week. Well, I'd love to know in the comments below how this resonated for you. What do you think this might be about, or what sort of impressions do you have from this reading? I'd really be grateful to know. And if this was beginning to hit your vibe, you might like to hit a like on this channel, or on this, on this video. And you might also like to hit the subscribe on this channel if you'd like to continue to keep up to date with its evolution, and maybe even hit that bell notification button. Thank you so much, group number 3, for letting me be your guide through these messages. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. And until then, as always, go in peace to love and to serve. Namaste.